So it is Sunday morning. It is 6:01 in the morning, and again, just having the opportunity to be up at this time and to be in the space like this, in the bush, in the mountains. And just hearing the sound of the river and the sound of nature as it comes alive. It's an experience that I cannot explain how amazing it is. It's like a constant reminder, of how connected we are to the universe because all of these different sounds, and feels and smells and all of those kind of things, it's like they add so much good energy to our soul. Um, wow, just an amazing morning. But look, I've been thinking about a few things and kind of just been bumping into a few things and wanting to just kind of have some clarity on some of them. And the whole idea is that right now, the whole homosexuality and bisexuality and morality and all of those kind of things, it seems to be a major, major, major issue right now. And people are up in arms about all kinds of different things. And I sit there and I look at the whole thing and I'm looking at both sides and I can see where both sides is only defending where it is that they're coming from without taking an opportunity to understand where the other side is coming from you know. So the straight community, it's just a straight abomination and it's wrong and so on and so forth. And the gay community is just like, you're wrong and you need to see it our way and all that kind of stuff. And so nobody wants to give. There's no room in the middle for negotiations or conversations. It's such a cut and dry for a lot of people, you know. Um, a lot of people are just like 100% on the side of being gay, and a lot of people are 100% on the side of being anti-gay, and um, and when those two energies clash, there can be nothing but misery in a space like that. You know what I mean? Because you're coming with condemnation and bitterness, and you're coming with judgment, and I mean, there's just so many different things that are in that thing in that space that will cause it to be just a negative space. So my deal is let's see if we can get some clarity on just the whole thing and what it means and how we deal with it and all that kind of stuff. So the bottom line is that we're spirit. We're spirit, and as spirit we're dual. It means that we're man and we're woman. We're the female and we're the male. We have all that energy, inside of us. So as a spirit, so we manifest here on this earth as man or as woman, and we still have both sides. So even though I'm here as a man, I still want my feminine side must be engaged as well. I'm not one sided. You know what I mean? And so when that happens is when I take on a human form in the form of the feminine. And so this whole idea is that even though some people manifest in the male, you know what I mean, they can still have um, manifested with almost like the desires of a female. And if that is the deal, they now have to seek expression for whatever it is that they manifest as. In taking a look at the whole issue of whether or not someone being gay is deviant or bad or all that kind of stuff, there are none of that kind of stuff. But here's the deal: when you manifest on this level of life, you manifest and you require feminine, you require the opposite expression. You require feminine expression or you require masculine expression. It depends on who you are. And it's deeper than someone just thinking that they want to be gay. It's way deeper than that. However, there's situations that has opened the door for people who just think they're gay or think they want to be gay, or people who want to have dominance through sex. And that's the issue that we're really having. We're not having an issue with people who have chosen to love one another, whether they're male or female, two males, two females. That's not the issue here. because those people live in our communities, those people live next door to us, and they're perfectly fine. But then there are those ones, those individuals that they don't have that same soul connection, that same desire. You know, it's different. It's dominance. It's defiance. It's doing something that's the now, the in. And that's to me is the problem. Because if it is that as a world, as a society, in this year 2013, we're still talking about the issue of you want to kill someone because they choose to have consensual, loving relations with someone of the same sex. If you take a look at the relationship, you will see exactly what's happening. You will see one being in the masculine, one being in the feminine, and they're connecting. And I don't know if it is that it's too broad that um, but I think it's simple enough that we can understand it. There, there's never been a time, there's never been a time when the truth is not available to all of us. And the truth is, we are one. And the longer it takes for us to get to the point where we understand that we are one, is the more we're going to trot this journey where we're going to have these judgments and these questions, and we're going to, keep on putting these boundaries and barriers in between us. And the more we put boundaries and barriers in between us, the more it throws us off track. This issue of, look, we've been on this earth for a very long time, and I don't know who it is that came first, whether it was the dark skinned people or the light skinned people, but I know that we've been on this earth for a very long time, and we've been treading this journey together for a very long time, and we've done some incredible things over that period of time. But we've also created incredible barriers. Your religion says I'm better and you're bad, and the place that I'm from and the color of my skin and all of these different kind of things, and we start fighting against one another. You're gay or you're straight, you choose to love a man, you choose to love a woman, all of those kind of things, and we just get caught up in just fighting one another so much that we cannot find the oneness. But I caution you to stop and take a look at what will happen if it is that you sow good seeds everywhere you go. What if you just allow the people, wherever they are, whoever they are, whatever they're doing, just to be whatever it is that they want to be, and just let them be free? I absolutely believe that if you are diligent in terms of living your life according to your words, I believe that you will become an amazing influence on your society, on your community, on your country, on your nation, whatever it is, on your space. And when you're able to walk about and to speak whatever it is that you speak in terms of truth and righteousness and justice and goodness, it is manifested in how it is that you live your being. If it is that that is what you're bringing to the world, you don't need to worry about what another person might be bringing or what they might be. All you have to do is to be whatever it is that you are, and you will influence your circle in such a way that they will manifest. That's the work. The work is not to stay on the outside and judge someone for what it is that they're doing. It makes absolutely no sense. On this journey of life, there's all kind of things that are required so we can have whatever experience we need to have so that we can do what we came here to do. We manifested in the flesh, but we are spirit. We're not here forever. And spending this time judging people now, it doesn't make, it makes absolutely no sense. So here's my deal. If if we stop, let's stop for a moment and um, and just ponder the whole idea that the universe is open and available to every and all experiences, and that no matter what happens, no matter what someone is, no matter what someone brings to the table, you always have your right to choose, and you could always choose whatever it is that is sweetest to your soul. No one gets to determine that for you. You get to determine that for yourself. That's the kind of power that you have. What are you going to do with it? Your path is about non judgment. Your path is about unconditional love. Every person that you come in contact with, no matter what it is that their orientation, religion, or any so such thing, it's an opportunity for you to grow, for you to experience something that you don't know. They bring a wealth of knowledge. And the reason why they are before you is because there's some reason why they have to connect with you. If you surrender to your every moment, you will know exactly what it is that you need to do. Your reluctance, your being afraid to surrender because of what may or may not happen, has held you back and it has held you captive. And it has caused you to judge because you're afraid to believe the things that, I don't know, maybe people might think you're crazy. Maybe you think you're crazy. But the time has come though. Let go all the bitterness, all the judgments. Let everybody be exactly who it is that they want to be. And you can adjust yourself accordingly. That's the power that you have. But each time you judge someone, each time you hold someone down, all that kind of stuff, it puts you in a space that it robs you of your creativity. It's leaking your energy. Imagine if every one of the situations in your life were designed to push you in the direction that you want to go, towards your success, to your success. You are so much more than you're being when you're judging others. There's so much more. So I started out this conversation just talking about the whole issue of um, choice and not even choice, but just what is. It's just really amazing. It's just what is. I look around and I see people doing all kind of things, and I recognize that it's just what is. And the only thing that I get to do is I get to be the best me possible every spanking day. I get the opportunity to go out and accomplish that. And I have to do nothing more than just be good. And every time I am good, it is goodness to my soul. So I grow and I feel, and it's such a beautiful experience. I know religion has taught us a lot of things, and indoctrination in terms of the communities that we're brought up in. Those are things they taught us a lot of things, and but you know what? Deep down in our soul, we know the truth. And I believe we understand that it's crazy to judge another human being because of the choices that they make. And even though you might feel like you have the right to say whatever it is that you want to say, which you do, whenever situation in your life brings you absolute joy and fills you with unconditional love, that's when you would have been a success. You can have all the money in the world, you can have all the trappings in the world, you can be as spiritual as you want to be, you can all of these different things, but until you have absolute harmony in your world, where everywhere you go, you leave goodness, and therefore everywhere you go, you can always find goodness. You're gonna have to build it, but it's there. So all the people that you're wrestling with and tussling with and all that kind of stuff, just imagine if you and them were just in a space where y'all just got along and whatever it is that you got together, it was just like a beautiful energy rather than the struggle that you have all the time. you have the power to heal your world, your entire world. Don't waste it judging people for what it is that you can't understand about them. Don't judge them for who they are. Let them have their experience in this life, and you choose to have yours. You can choose how you interact with them. That's the power of choice. That's what you that's what you have. And that's what you get to do. You can choose how it is that you interact with these individuals, but I remind you that though the fact that you've come in contact with them or with this an energy that kind of brings you some kind of negative vibration, if you don't make harmony with it, when it leaves with your energy. And it becomes another leak. And if you have a few of those over the years, it gets pretty taxing, you know what I mean? So it's something to ponder. It's really truly something to ponder. We're spirit, and in spirit we're dual. And we manifest on this earth in man or woman, and we seek the opposite expression. And that's why it's so amazing when you hold someone, uh, of the feminine, or if and if you're the feminine, when you hold someone of the masculine, and if you're whatever the case is, you know how it happens. Like I said, the whole issue of being gay is just a masculine with a feminine expression. It's yeah. But yeah, there are those folks who are doing their thing. They just want to have experiences and they just want to go at it. But don't judge them too much. Just choose how you interact with them. But your quest on this level of life is to line up your ducks. Don't complain about them crapping all over your yard. Line them up and let them work for you. Blessings.